Well, thank you, Denise, for being here. Appreciate your presence. You inspire me in so many ways as a mother, as an athlete, as a high performer, as a coach, as a community leader. You've served at your home with your children, your grandkids. So Denise has been practicing from the very beginning.
Yeah, I think it was the first year. It still to this day is the same room, you know.
The same room, the same environment, and still be able to practice,
Absolutely.
Right? What motivates you? Motivates you to maintain such high level performance in your life. So I have to tell you, last year she came to my home country with her team to compete in canoe paddling, World Championship canoe paddling, and the Hawaiians took it. The Brazilians are huge fans of Hawaiians and canoe paddling. So tell me, what motivates you in life to keep this high level performance?
I think for me, what motivates me, at least in the paddling world, is we've had a team when we were at one point what you would consider the open paddlers, meaning you're probably 25 to 35 and you're at the peak of your paddling career as far as the fastest times. But we've grown together and now we're all like 65, and we're still at the top level in our age division, and we have been for several years. So that motivates me to be on that team, to maintain a high level baseline of fitness. And everybody else on that team, it's kind of a dial a crew of the best, I don't know, I shouldn't say the best, but whatever, the best 65-year-olds in the state that get the phone call to like, hey, can you go to Singapore this year,
Wow.
And there's trials to get there, so not every Hawaii team gets to go there. You have to qualify. So in order to do that, you got to be motivated to keep training, because if you go down one level, you're not going to get that call.
The call.
And I'm kind of the person that makes the call. But no, I talk to the others. But it's you got to be at that level, and proving yourself. But
the peers, the people you surround yourself with.
Absolutely, yeah. We all value racing and at that high level, and we all value a high level of performance in outrigger paddling. And the group is a high level in all aspects of life. They're all professionals and whatnot, or retired professionals, But yes, so I definitely am motivated to be at my peak performance. And
by surrounding yourself with
like-minded people.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think it was Jim Rohn that said, who was a motivational speaker for us athletes and entrepreneurs, and he said you become the average of the five people you hang out with the most.
And I'm number 6. I sit in the 6th seat, so it works.
Love it. How does Sun Yoga support you?
Different options, the sculpt, which I don't like anymore. It's way too taxing, because I do upper body paddling, so I don't need that.
Yeah.
Then there's the flow, which is kind of okay, taxing.
Yes.
Then there's the combo flow sun, which I did last week, which I really enjoyed, and my favorite
flow yin combo.
Yeah. And then yin I totally like. Sometimes I need the whole deal. So the Sun Yoga is my preferred class. And I like the each yoga instructor brings their own little flavor to the class. Yeah. And I really did enjoy Dave Miyamoto. I came once, and he is the calmest person in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
And I've never been, I don't know anybody as calm as him. Yeah. But it was like, wow, that was cool. Mm-hmm. And then others are very, they push you. And anyway, the flavor is cool, because I don't know what I'm going to get, and I don't pick by whatever. I go by time, and it's just a blessing that whoever is teaching is teaching, because it's probably what I needed.
Yeah, exactly. So Sun Yoga hits the full,
absolutely, whole body, spiritual, emotional.
How is consistency key in life and in paddling?
I think consistency in general is the only way to be successful or not successful. You know, in order to be successful at anything, there has to be consistency over a long period of time. And I'm a steerswoman, and I've been steering a canoe since the age of 12. I'm soon to be 65. So I have 10,000 plus hours in steering and navigating an outrigger canoe. But that's why I'm at the level I'm at. I couldn't be there without a consistent practice. Same with yoga. It's a very humbling experience, yoga is, because it served me well in helping me be the best I can be in the canoe. Without a consistent practice of 14 years of
Sun
yoga,
Yeah.
I don't think my body, I'm almost 65, pretty put together well right now. I don't have, I knock on wood, I don't have any injuries. I hope my body systems are all good. My doctor says that people would pay for my blood work.
Wow.
So that's a compliment, like, okay, whatever I'm doing must be working. So even consistency in eating, you know, I've been consistently 128 to 30 pounds for 20 years.
Wow.
So that's, you know, but I eat everything in moderation. There's nothing I don't, you know, eat, or I don't deprive myself of treats, you know. Consistency is key in even finances, you know. You teach your kids to put a little bit of money away consistently out of your paycheck, your fire department paycheck, put away a little month, and in 25 years, that compounding interest. So I've been very good about teaching my kids to do that from when they first started working. But it's the consistency, the practice over long periods of time.
Yeah, and it compounds. We become what we repeatedly do.
Yeah.
Right? We are the sum of what we repeatedly do.
Yeah.
So as we age, a lot of people begin to slow down. And with you, it seems like every time I see you, you're traveling, you're going here, you're going there, you're competing in different countries, you're winning world titles. What's your mindset around aging?
I think this year in particular, you know, the age of 64, it has been a very intentional year, and I attribute it to age and mindset and values. And it's taken me 64 years to realize that you've got to let go of things that you cannot control, because the bickering back and forth, or the bad feelings towards whatever he said, she said, and all that nonsense, that pilikia, doesn't serve you in being your best. And like, I don't have to deal with that. There's people that's their profession, they can take care of it, or the higher power that you believe in above can take care of it, and you have to put it in their hands. The emotional, spiritual mindset to accept that I don't need to be that person that goes back and forth, whether it's politics or anything, because it's out of my control for the most part. So that was huge. But mindset in yoga and paddling, and I don't know if you teach this or it's innate, the mindset to persevere, be relentless, be resilient, have grit. Yoga definitely feeds me on that, because there are poses that I dislike, but I know they're probably what I need. And fortunately, the instructor will guide me through that, probably not as fast as I want them to guide me through it to get through that pose, but they do. And that the pain is temporary.
The discomfort.
The discomfort. Like, I think my quads are pretty strong, but that pose where, you know, whatever, your squat, not triangle. Triangle I'm pretty
Extended
good at.
Side angle.
Yes, extended side angle. My quads are burning. It's like really, but to have that mindset, I feel like when I make it, because I got to talk to myself like, this will soon be done. This will soon be done. And I'm putting, you know, my tool chest is getting bigger back there. So when I need to pull it out for paddling, like tomorrow, and I really want to catch this bump, I'm going to pull out that tool and slash and burn and get on that bump, and then there will be recovery, just like in yoga. Transition to the next pose is your recovery, and you made it, you know. But you got to build up to that.
The resilience, and with a positive mindset, right? Not just, I'm going to get through this, but with a positive intention, positive motive. I'm just going to become the best I can be in my age for myself, and
so you can better present to others.
So that can be of service to others. Yeah. And then we start seeing the full circle, right? Like,
yesterday, Noah Mizuno was in there, and he is a little 10-year-old in my kids' crew. My son, both my sons, they grew up together. And now I'm 65. He must be 28 and pro surfer. His mom and I are like besties. His sister called me to race last week because she's like at that top level of that open Team Bradley level. And he's in yoga, and I'm just like, whoa, where did that come from, you know? So I get home and call his mom, like, get Noah. Oh yeah, Noah's like in, you know, he wipes his mat. And but 28 years later, this little 10-year-old is now taking up this practice as a pro surfer. And you know, we all do yoga for different reasons. Maybe I teach all day, then I decompress, or I need it to round out my training program. Yep. So I, come here. Others, this is their physical, whole body fitness program, which is, great. They're probably a lot better than I am, coming 5 days a week.
But you're consistent.
Yeah, I'm very consistent.
Twice a week.
Guarantee that has been my New Year's resolution. I was a 5 time a week pre-COVID.
For many years.
At 5:15, and we loved it. We had our group, and then I would go straight to work. And then COVID hit, and last year it was kind of a hit or a miss. If I could come, I'd come. And this year, every year I make a New Year's resolution kind of thing.
That you can stay consistent with.
At 2 times a week, I gotta come. At least 2. If I can do more, great. But they don't carry over.
They don't carry over.
2 times a week. I think last week I gained 3. I'm not sure. But guaranteed 2 times a week, and that goes back to the consistency, over a long period of time. And that's the thing, not just consistent for a month, because some people do that, the New Year's resolution people, and then they drop off. Well, that wasn't consistent. That was a one-shot deal for 1 month. So you got to be consistent over
that's when you see the results.
That's when you see the results,
and not only in your body, but in how your body feels and functions, but also in your daily life. And in all the things that you need to show up for in life. And you keep showing up for yourself. They say the way you do the little things in life is the way you do the big things in life. Right? So, like, showing up to yoga, to work, to paddling, to your family, to your nutrition, the way you take care of yourself, in the little ways you take care of yourself, is the way you're going to take care of the big things too.
Yep, I'm a believer.
So,
but I want to say things that trivial things that you might disagree with somebody. In a year, those things don't matter, but the little things as far as your health matter. You're building up it matters every day whether you keep your mobility or not. Where the little things in a year, it doesn't matter, but your health matters every single day, and it compounds the more you practice whatever activity you enjoy most. That compounds in your favor. Huge.
I'm so grateful I started young. Like the boys that were in class yesterday, and Tika was in class too. They're in their 20s, early 20s, late 20s, but they're starting in their 20s. And I'm so grateful that I found yoga in my 20s, because the mindset, it's like you said, showing up and staying with it and doing the work. When you have to do the work in life, in different areas of your life, You already have the training.
Yeah, discipline.
Discipline.
You know?
Yeah. You don't give up.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what advice, talking about the younger generation or any generation, all of, all generations, what advice would you give on staying healthy, strong, performing well for the long run?
Create a goal. For me this year, it's 2 practice sun yogas a day. I mean, a week.
Okay. Yes.
A week. 2 a week. Okay. Number 1, it has to be realistic. I think people might fail is they make that goal unrealistic. This is how simple realistic has to be. I'm not a voracious reader. I enjoy reading, but for one of my years, my New Year's resolution was to read 2 pages in a book for a whole year. And your morning
2 pages a day.
A book, yeah, in a book.
In a book.
In a book. Now, how shallow is that? But
well,
if it was a chapter, I would have never made it. But for 2 pages, anybody can do that. And it wasn't a children's book, but 2 pages in a book that I'm reading Theo of Golden now.
Nice.
And great book, and I'm reading more than 2 pages, but for that year, and it 1 year, consistency over time, very realistic. So that would be it.
Set realistic goals.
That's
set
huge.
goals and let your goals
And
be realistic and start.
And over a long period of time.
Over a long period of time.
I think the realistic is the hugest part.
And every year, I like it that every year you have a new goal that you set for yourself, and you set it in a realistic amount, but then you don't necessarily stop once the year is done.
I don't.
If anything, it improves.
Biking to the top of the Hahione trailhead has been another one. And I've been doing that for 15 years.
Wow.
So it's only 1 time a week. And, yoga's too. The Diet Coke, I did give up on. I do have an occasional Diet Coke. So that is the one the reading I've done, and I can't even remember what they all, but they're habits, and they're healthy habits that over a long period of time I'm consistent with. And
you're building, I love that you're building habits too. Like you're looking at one habit is yoga. The other habit is your nutrition. The other habit is the reading, educational and growth, and the other habit is physical, like biking, and you're always striving to that version of yourself, that next version of yourself that you're capable of. You just need to build the routine, right? It's not going to just show up in your life one day. You have to intentionally create it.
And that's
it all starts here.
Key word is it has to be intentional. There has to be a purpose for it. So it's like the transitions and
cyclical too, right? When we're dealing with emotions. The
emotions I need to get you on a 2-man with me.
Yeah, I know. I have to.
On a day that's like 15-mile-an-hour wind, so we don't have to work too hard. Or I don't, because I'm so old.
Well,
and then you just go through the motions, but you get to feel a swell in this. We're like in the Pacific Ocean, in the middle of nowhere, and we're surfing these bumps down to Kaimana.
Yeah, I have to. I will. Let's do it. So finally, what does the Sun Yoga community mean to you? Being a part of this community for so many years, since the very beginning.
Number 1 is you walk in and you're walking into a studio that's literally warm, but warm and welcoming. And, like sitting here on the couch, it's like so casual.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to a locker and then you're going in there, put your mat down and waiting for somebody to come in and yell at you. And the relationships, that 515 class was huge for me. We had Terry, we had Mike Peach, we had
they still come.
Yeah, Mike still comes. And Nikki and Lori became an instructor, and Pono, it was just people you could count on for anything, and you just, Chris Laird, who still comes. So it's just a really cool place to hang out,
with like-minded
people. And why are we all here? probably for health longevity.
Yeah.
You know, not just live a long time, because you can live a long time,
Yeah.
but not have health longevity. And I
Mhm.
think we all value that.
Mhm.
So to be in a place where we all value good health, and we're here to work on it. You know,
Yeah.
nobody's better than the other. We all are doing our best to be our best,
Yeah.
to present our best self to everybody else we relate to throughout the day, whether it's your, you know, your family, your work people, your church group, or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no question. I don't even know where I'd be without yoga. What would I be? You know, I don't think I'd be as where I'm at as far as physically put together. I think that has
The joints,
huge
everything. Yes, we.
served me,
Mhm.
because other people are having, oh, my shoulder problem, but they, what do? They keep doing repetitive shoulder stuff
Yeah.
instead, and they don't listen. So I don't, you
Yeah.
know, but it has definitely served me these last 16 years, 14 here, in being put together to perform at still the highest level, even though we're in the geriatric
I love
level.
it.
But, we're the best of the geriatrics, right?
Forever
But,
young.
yeah, we still roll with the 50s and stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's consistent practice 3 times a week over a long period of time. I think that's a huge message, you know.
And then we become ageless.
Right. And then Noah, who's just starting, is he here in a year? And is he here in 2 years? And what's that going to do for his performance that he never even thought it would be yoga, you know?
Your character builds your character, your resilience, your compassion to your patience.
Life is good. Life is good, and we're lucky. You know, we're very fortunate.
We're very fortunate.
And
thank you so much, Denise, for being a part of our community and being such a strong influence in our. I love having you around. I love that, you know, we can text each other or call each other, and we show up for each other whenever we need. Thank you for being.
That's like everybody in here. If you needed something, there's somebody with the skill set that would like not hesitate to help you, and that's part of that community.
It's
you know,
part of building relationships.
That's the best thing. You don't, you know.
It's the relationships that we
and just serving other people. You know, how do people serve? You serve by having this, and then we all benefit. You know, and how do we go out and serve others? It's this network of connectedness. You know, but without this, I don't know if I'd be so connected.
That's what yoga is.
Yeah.
So you're living yoga, because that what you just described of having that network of connectedness is exactly the essence of yoga, is realizing that we're not just physical beings, that we have this whole universe within and all around us that we are connected to, and feeling whole. When we sometimes feel we're alone, we're never alone.
Right.
We have a network, a whole universe that we're connected to. So to feel connected and part of this whole big family.
I think if people had yoga in their life, their mental and emotional state, yoga more than anything, even more than paddling, would get them out of the whatever state they're in to make a better choice.
Thank you, Denise.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate you. Aloha, my friend.